Good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining Whiz Talk. This is Orioles Whiz Craig getting you all up to date with the Orioles. Very excited about the stovetop baseball this year. Orioles making some great acquisitions. We're going to do a couple of things tonight. We're going to look at the future, see what 2011 is going to bring. We're going to go out to the phones. We're going to have a word from our sponsor, and we're just going to have a good time. So sit back, crack a cold one if you got one. If you're on, whatever steps you're on, then have a Diet Coke or something. But just sit back, enjoy the show, and we'll be right back. Tonight's episode of Whiz Talk is brought to you by the Baltimore Tattoo Museum, displaying featured works by Betty Broadbent, Doc Webb, and Jack Dracula. Baltimore Tattoo Museum reminding everyone that flaking is normal, don't pick or scratch flakes, and do not swim for 2 weeks. I guess they mean after getting a tattoo. Located in historic Fells Point. This offseason, the O's picked the market clean by getting Vladimir Guerrero, Justin Dusher, Derek Lee, and they signed some guy named Risky to boot. Unbelievable. Most exciting time since Davy Johnson times. This has got O's fans very excited indeed, which has got us going out to the phones. Our first caller is Jim from Bel Air, Edison. Jim, you out there? Hello, Orioles Whiz Craig. Big fan, love the show. Thanks, but what's your question? This ain't so much a question as it is a comment. Who decides what music they play for the players at the games? The DJ, I think. Well, he ain't in tune with the Orioles. When they stopped playing Hypnotized by Notorious B.I.G. for Brian Roberts, he ain't never been the same. You can look it up. He was sicker than your average papa, then all of a sudden he was just B-Rob not hitting while he's working. I think he needs a little In the Club by 50 Cent to get him back on track this offseason. He is our leadoff hitter after all. Good points, Jim. I think them guys should be able to just hand over their iPod and say, look, just play something off this and be done with it. We go to our second caller, Vicky in Towson. Hi, this is Vicky in Towson. First time caller, first time listener. I got a question. How come they don't serve to-go beer after the games on the way out? They got pretzels, pennants, 5-hour-old hot dogs, but no beer. I'll take your answer off the air. That's an excellent question, and one I'm sure we've all had at some point or another, especially after extra innings. Well, speaking of extra innings, we're just about out of time, so thanks for joining us for the first installment of Whiz Talk, and please refer back from time to time. If you have any questions, we'll be glad to answer them on the air. Ask your questions on Orioles Bandwagon on Facebook, and we'll be sure to get to them. So this is Orioles Whiz Craig saying good night and save the low urinal for me.